So today we have an Atari Lynx Model 2. eBay listing said that there's no power, parts or repair. So let's get it on the mat, see what's going on with it, and see if we can get it fixed. All right, so we've got us some batteries, and I've got a test game. I know that game works. So let's pop some batteries in and see what's going on. Okay, indeed, we have no power. Let's get it taken apart. What I'm going to do is, if you guys haven't seen my previous repair on a Lynx, I'll show you how to do the safe boot, and we're going to test the power circuit on this guy to see what's going on with it, see if we can't get him powered up. So let's go from there. So right off the bat, I'm seeing what might be corrosion. Let's get it all the way out and see what's going on. Well, this side of the board doesn't look quite as bad as the other side. Now, I've worked on several of these before, but if you look here, I think, is that factory? It looks like it might be. You guys let me know if any of you have seen that before, that glue right there on the jack. What I'm gonna do is I have my bench power supply set to 5 volts and 1 amp. Let's see if he boots up at all. We're gonna see if we get any amp draw. And we're gonna do a little bit of testing around here just to see what type of voltages that we're getting. And we're gonna see if he actually turns on. Okay, so once I apply the voltage, I'm going to short between test pad 18 and 17 right here to see if we can get it to actually power on, to see if we have an amp draw. So let's power him up and see if we can get it to turn on. Not seeing any amp draw at all. Let's get under the scope and let's take a look at some of these components. To be honest, I don't know, this looks like it might have been replaced before. I don't know, some of this solder just looks to be, I don't know, that looks factory. This one does. Okay, this particular diode right here, that's factory. These are factory. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to get these diodes replaced. We're going to replace that MOSFET. We're going to replace U6, D13, Q7 and Q8, and R74. We're going to replace these 3. We're going to replace Q12, D10, U6, Q7, Q8, D13, and R74. Now, I am not going to use hot air to remove D9, 10, and 11 because of the potentiometer. I don't want to mess with the contrast wheel right here or end up melting it. So we're just going to take it off with our iron. Come in, add a little bit of fresh solder. It should come right off. All right, let's clean the pads. We're gonna go through and clean all these pads off real quick. Start first with D9, 10, and 11. Okay, next we're going to replace D10. Let's replace Q12. Okay, now let's replace D13. Now let's replace R74. Let's replace Q7 and Q8. To be honest, I should probably be using my micro chip. Small as these components are, it puts a lot of heat and they can move around. But I think that was it. That was our last component. So let's take a look at this back where we have this corrosion real quick. There is a little bit of corrosion going on. Let's see if we can clean it up. Doesn't appear to have like eaten through anything. Think we're ready to give it another test. Let's pop the game in. Make sure it's in all the way. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing as before. We're gonna apply 5 volts first, and then we are gonna check. First, we got to see if it comes on. But if we can get it to power up, we're gonna poke around on here and check a few things before we actually try and turn it all the way up to 9 volts. So again, let's go between the pads, our test pads here, and we have an amp draw this time. So that's a good sign. Let me try and get the speaker hooked up to it. Let's put the speaker on it and let's see if we're getting any sound out of it. If we are, then we'll hook it up. We'll start it up again and see if we have any video this time. All right. Don't hear any music. Turn this off. Let's double check our work. Let's give it another test real quick. This time, let's check for voltages. I think I might have messed up and put that Zener diode, the D13, I think I might have had it in the wrong orientation. So that's on me. You guys were probably screaming when you saw it, like, stop, you idiot, don't, no, what are you doing? It's cool. But that's why when we're testing these things, we don't use any more than 5 volts, because any more than 5 volts and we can fry the chip. So let's see if it'll turn on. Okay, it is on. So we're going to test from shield ground to the diode. Oh, we definitely have audio. Can you guys hear it? Let's turn it down. Okay, we have 4.4 volts. So I'm going to bring up our bench. Okay, 6 volts, we're still at 4.5. 7 volts, 4.5. 8 volts, and 9 volts. Okay. Yep, that was my bad, guys. Totally on me on that one. All right, let's turn it off. Let's go ahead and put the screen in, and we're gonna try it again to see if we actually get any video this time. Man, that was a rookie mistake, but that's okay. It happens. Bench power supply is on. Let's see if we can turn it on. Check it out, guys. Nice. Cool. Okay, thankfully this time the console itself was in extremely good shape, and it even came with the original box, so I'm extremely happy with that. Also, guys, real quick before I put this guy back together fully, so on these Atari Lynx systems, they will not power on unless you have a game inserted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pin and this pin, and I'm just going to put a little blob of solder between it so that whenever we power up the system from now on, we'll actually get on screen, it'll just say no game inserted or no game. So just so you know, if you want to do that to your own, that's where you would do it, at right between those 2 points right there. When you see me bridge those two pins together, this is why. Okay, so as you see now, we no longer need to insert a game in order to have our power. Let's put our game in, and there we are. Once again, I'm happy with how that turned out. Like I said, this guy is in really good condition. And it came with the original paperwork and the original box. Couldn't be happier with that. So this guy will make a nice addition to the collection. So I want to thank everybody for joining me today. I had a good time. We were able to bring this guy back to life, and I hope to see you again soon. Please, if you haven't already, consider subscribing, and please leave a like or a comment. And I'll see you guys in the next one.